Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome once again on the Gents Talk Love Show. This is where we talk about love, we talk about relationships, we talk about marriage, but from the men's perspective, where we get the men to voice out the hard truths they've been hiding from the women, where we get the men to voice out to answer the better questions and to ask some of the questions also they've always wanted to ask you, where we get to dig out all the pros and cons of love related matters that men tend to hide from women as they want to prove all hard, all stubborn and all. And today we are honored enough to have one gentleman with us who is an IT programmer, and his name is Frankie. Frankie, yes. Welcome on our show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this is a Gents Talk Love show where we get to speak about love matters from the men's perspective. Yeah. So we are honored to have you on our show today.
Thank you very much. I am very glad to be here.
Sure. But before we move forward, are you in a relationship? Are you married?
I'm not married, but I am gladly taken.
You are gladly taken?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the ladies. This handsome man is taken. Oh, hey. I wanted to link him up to one of our beautiful audience, the ladies out there, but it seems he's already gone. So, but I'm still available. Don't worry, I'm still available. Yeah. So, how long have you been in a relationship?
Not too long. Probably for I think about a month now.
About a month now.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's fresh.
It's a very
fair or dark.
You know, there are rules to practicing polygamy. You just can't up one day and then just decide to start seeing two women at the same time.
Okay. So even though you have a polygamous mindset,
yeah,
you still do it with principles.
Yes. Because it demands that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. So there's this issue, this diverse conversation around relationships and all of that, and I would want to know your personal perception about it, your personal opinion.
Sure.
Going into a relationship, identifying someone to be with, between these two things, which one are you going to prioritize on? Is it love or trust? Will you go in for someone you love, or you go in for someone you trust?
I think both. And there's this thing that I always tell my friends that you know, love alone is not enough in a relationship.
Okay.
And I say that there is no love as if there is no love. And let me break it down. You know, let's take a car for instance. We all know a car is a car, but there are different components that come together to make up a car.
Yeah.
You know, the front, the headlights, the tail lights. There is there are the seats and the doors.
Sure.
All these make up the car.
Sure.
It's the same with love. Love, there is trust and sincerity and communication. All of these are inhibited by love.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
You cannot take one out of the other. So, yeah.
But let's say you are in a situation where you are faced with two pretty women. You can identify one as someone you truly love, and you can identify one with someone you can truly trust. and then you are caught in between to choose one of them to be with. Are you going for the one you love or for the one you trust?
I think ultimately it will be the one that I love, because I like the feeling of being in love. I will not lie to you.
You just like the feeling of being in love.
It's not just that. To me, the highest form of happiness that I have ever attained is being with someone that I really, really, really
Wow.
love. You understand?
Wow. This man is I don't know if I should say emotional, but you know, it's hard to come by a man to tell you that the highest form of his happiness comes from love. Like, I mean, we are caught in PS5, we are caught in EPL, we are caught in Champions League, Arsenal, Chelsea, and you are talking about wow,
those things.
That is quite interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
That is quite interesting.
There's this thing that people always say that you can't find, the only place you can find happiness is within yourself.
Yeah.
But people do not understand that the happiness you can find within yourself, it is different from the happiness you can attain from being with someone.
Being with someone.
The love and care they show you.
Sure. I think those sayings, those with that quotes, they quote it from broken hearts. Once they get their hearts broken, then they begin to say,
well,
happiness comes from within and all of that.
You can say that, but
truly.
To me, it is different.
Wow,
it is different. So, yeah.
So yeah, back to what we were talking about, our main discussion between these two people.
So yeah, obviously someone that I love.
Someone that you love.
Yes.
So you love the person, even though there might be some shady things around her, you will still go in for her.
No, look at it this way. If I love someone, I love them because aside from being physically attracted to them, and being emotionally invested in them, there has to be some level of trust. You understand? Because I can't be with someone I do not trust, and I'm someone who, like, I'm always in my head, second guessing things. Like, I actually listen to what people say, like the kind of things they say, and then measure them against their actions. So if you're telling me one thing and your actions, they do not match with what you're saying, I'll find it very difficult to have any kind of trust for you.
So let's say that there's this saying, which is so obvious: you can never get to know a person so much until you get to be with them.
Of course, like, it takes a lifetime to get to know someone.
True. So you meet this person, you are attracted to the person, you begin to dive with her, converse with her and all of that. Let's say you fall in love with her. Through that, you get to realize there are certain things about her that you can't really trust. That is one side of it. Then there is another person in your life whom you can almost talk to about anything because you trust her. Because you trust her. Like, even if you commit murder, you are confident enough to tell her because she's that trustworthy to you. Now, between these two people, you love this, but you can't trust it. You trust this one, but you love this one. Ultimately, settling down, ultimately being with one of them in a relationship. I mean, a romantic relationship, not just friendship or like being in a relationship, choosing one of them as a partner. Which one of them are you going for? The one you love, whom you can't trust, or the one you trust?
In with the scenario that you just presented, that would be, I would have to go with the person that I trust.
The person that you trust.
Yeah, because this person is in the passenger seat beside you.
Okay.
You being the driver. It means they have your back every step of the way.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Regardless of what you do. You
Okay.
understand? So with the scenario that you just presented, it would have to be the person that I trust.
Yeah. Wow. It's a lively conversation, but it's a very dicey one as well, because once upon a time, once comes in a lifetime, you would have to decide between love and trust. And so it's become something, it's become a conversation very hard to have in our generation, because mostly we are attracted by the things that we love. But if you can love someone without trusting the person, that's going to make it difficult for you to decide to be with her. And if you trust someone but you feel like the love isn't really there, you know, that also makes it quite difficult to decide to be with that person. So with such demands, with such components around or surrounding these two people, what is going to influence your decision to take one of them, whether the one you trust or the one you love? It's a lively conversation. We'll come back and continue. Thank you. Welcome. We are here with our conversation to continue from where we left it. Is it Frankie?
Yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
So, you said you go for the person you trust and not the person you love. What is going to influence your decision? But even before we get there, what constitutes to you as a man trusting about a woman? What will make a woman trustworthy to you? Is it in a space where she doesn't have so many friends, in a space where she's an introvert, in a space where, like, what constitutes it for you?
Okay, based on my own personality, I like women who have certain characteristic traits that are similar to mine, because I don't know whether you know of there are these classifications. I am an INFJ, which means introversion, intuition, feeling, and then judgment.
Introversion,
intuition, feeling, and then judgment. There are many other different types.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like to listen to my intuition a lot.
Ladies, are you listening? Like some of these guys have their own class. This is where, so all these women talking about men are this, men are, you haven't classified them yet. In fact, you don't even know the classes for you to choose from the ones you love. So get to know the class of man you would want. Know your class yourself as a lady. Know your class, where you classify yourself to be, and the class of men you would want to be with, before you categorize all of us as whatever you call us. We beg you. We beg you.
So yeah, so I like someone who is pretty much introverted,
just like you.
As I am.
Okay.
Yeah. And someone who they are open-minded. They do not hide their feelings.
Okay.
I describe myself as like someone who wears his heart on his sleeve.
Okay.
I want someone who is the same or similar, if not exactly the same.
He wears his heart on his sleeves.
Yes, it means I do not hide my emotions.
Okay.
So
let's say once you're angry, you just burst out.
No, I am very controlled. Like I'm very, very much self-aware.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I am in a situation whereby I am being provoked, I hold myself together.
Are you sure?
Yes, and if it
Women
continues,
can really provoke
I
you.
know. That's why I don't. That's why I'm saying I prefer someone who is similar to me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't like physical confrontations.
Okay.
I hate it.
You hate it. Hate is a strong word.
Completely, I hate it. I don't like it. It messes up with my. I'm a very emotional person.
I can tell.
I think.
I was actually going to ask you. But
I think about stuff. And stuff really get to me.
Okay.
So the things that like can interrupt my maybe mental state of mind and my emotional well-being, I don't want to be anywhere close to them.
Wow.
Yeah. So if in the case of a physical confrontation, I hold myself together and then just leave the area. You understand? Yeah.
I am going to put you in a situation, in a space where you are going to speak for all men. As men, what do you think will make us trust a woman? There is something you are going to say so that the women pick it from you, so that going into a relationship, they know if I am to gain the trust of my man, this is how I need to be.
I think this question is ambiguous at best, but if I have to say in general, I think every man would want a woman who can be trustworthy. I think you can never leave that out of a person you really want to be with. You want someone you can always trust. In whether, like, assuming you're a business person, and you're not around, you know there's someone you can leave your business with, and they take good care of them. Your family, your kids, and your money.
Herself sometimes.
Sorry.
Herself sometimes.
Herself sometimes. Like she's
not going to mess around.
No, she considers you. She maybe some. I mean, they're really really handsome men. Okay, maybe she might be out there. Someone might approach her. But in her head, she thinks this guy is good looking. And before she does anything at all, she thinks of you. She considers you. She says, "Oh, I can't do this to, Frankie." Like, So someone who is considerate and also trustworthy.
These things we are talking about are like abstract characteristics inbuilt in a person, which you can't really foretell as a man
at all.
Being with them. So what is the physical character that is going to attract you to trust her? What are some of the things that you would say, okay, she does this, she does that, it makes me trust her?
Someone who says what they want to do and they do it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Someone who keeps to their word.
Someone
they keep to their promise. Yes. They say, "I'll do this," and then they true to their word. They do it.
Okay. That will make you trust a woman
completely.
Okay.
So they say, "Oh, Frankie, I'll not do this," and then you're with them for some time, and then you realize that thing they told you back then, they've never done it, not for once, and maybe they might have even found themselves in certain situations that they could have easily compromised, but they did not. Yes.
Wow.
So.
Wow. I don't know who Frankie is dating, but you have a lot of work to do. But in the actual fact, it's good that you know what you want.
Yeah.
You know whom you would want to be with. And so would you say your partner now, your current woman, she constitutes all these things you demand from a woman?
Honestly, no. I think the last time it was something we were discussing.
Okay.
And I was when I notice something about you, I'll tell you. If I want you to change.
Okay.
Because I want the same thing. If I do something, I want you to be able to tell me, hey Frankie, you're doing this, I don't want it. Can you, change?
Okay.
Yeah. So I think she is someone who does not always walk the talk. She might say one thing and not do. But
and that compromises your principle of trustworthy.
Yeah, I see it from the perspective that she is human. You know, sometimes you might not be self-aware that you're doing something and you're not even aware that you're doing that thing. So I will draw your attention to it.
Okay.
And then you take a pause, think about it. If you realize that I am right, of course you'd put in the work to try to change.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically it. Yeah. So
that's it for you.
That's it.
Wow. So in a nutshell, you would go for someone you trust
Yes.
than someone you love.
Yes.
Wow. And with all these trust issues, you have your own compromising principles as well.
Oh yeah. I used to be very rigid in terms of what I wanted.
What you want.
Yeah. And
but now you've come to realize that.
now, you know, as you grow, you think about things. You realize human beings are human beings.
Human beings are human
Yes,
beings.
Human beings are human beings.
Wow.
It's not about men are like this or women are like that.
It's just about human beings.
It's human beings are human beings.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes even you can be with someone for so long. I mean, they never for once put you in a position where you'd have to doubt
them.
But
Wow.
there might be one time where they would
they will just
mess
flip
up.
there.
Yes.
Wow.
And you have to remember
They are humans.
they are human.
Wow.
All that time they never
messed
messed up. But just this one time. So you have to be able to overlook it. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's very kind of you to have that part of you as a human being as well.
Yeah, you have to be considerate.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, it's been an intriguing conversation. It's been a very honest and open conversation with you. We've got to learn some things from you.
Yeah.
And I think we would love to have you another time on our show.
I would love to come back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. for being
Thank
on
you
our
very
show.
much for having me.
Sure.
All right. Okay.
So this is where we get to end today's conversation with Frankie, and I enjoyed it. I know you also enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share for other people to get to learn from what you're also enjoying with us. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.